I certainly wouldn't have minded, yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have enough self-control in our lives, apparently. Can't see too much there, so let's continue on our endeavors. I will, in fact, investigate this odd plant growing inside our house. I guess that's what happens when you don't water plants for a long time. Yep, they die. Can I investigate anything else? How about these? A couple of beautiful vases made of shiny glass were standing on the table. Intriguing. Mirrors, of course, play no practical use in a game like this, apparently. Gotta kill those ducks. How else are we gonna eat delicious, delicious duck? If I can be honest, duck is absolutely delicious. Like, they are way too tasty for their own good. It was just some useless junk. Useless junk. A generic standard lamp. Still, it was elegant and tasteful. So at least you thought the lamp was nice. You're kind of picky with your taste, aren't you? Is there anything in here? Tablecloths, napkins. That certainly isn't my thing. He just likes to... He didn't get it all over himself. Oh, rub that food all over him! Okay, let's go on to our movement. There's another door here, which I'm going to investigate. We're still exploring the outskirts of our home on the first floor. Multiple floors to explore, but we'll continue on here. It's a good old blue hallway. There's another area upstairs. There are like 2 upstairs areas. Investigate this stuff. Several vases of African craftsmanship were standing against the west window. Yep, I guess that's what they were for. And oh, we can open up the windows and close them and open them. African vases. It's what they are. It's nice they can open and close the windows. I might keep that open for now until it's nighttime and then it starts creeping me out. I mean, what? Can I interact with those? Apparently not. Anything on this chair? That picture looks like a picture. This picture looks like a picture. Those pictures probably look like pictures too. So far I haven't seen any repeated pictures, which is nice. But then again, I guess that our game is mostly centered around the house, so it's good to keep it unique. Okay. Over to stuff here. Can't look inside the window because reasons. Alright, good window mirror. A generic standard lamp. Still, it was elegant and tasteful. I think we've heard that description before. The drawer was stuck beyond hope. I never give up hope. Now, let me go over here for a second. I have a faint memory when I played this before. I feel like there was something inside one of these jars, and I can't shake that feeling. Like I should know that there's something in here. Maybe I'm just remembering wrong. I could be very wrong. I might just be wrong. Oh well. I'll keep that back of my head thought. 'Cause I got past the first day, but not anything beyond the first day. Let's check out this door then in the meantime. Oh, is this the kitchen? This looks like the kitchen. There you go. What do I have on the table? Literally cans. Huh. Couldn't say. Let's check here. I guess we can't open up the big, strange wardrobe there. We can't look at these pot and pans, though. I actually want to investigate them. There were plenty of kitchen utensils in the house, ready to be used. That is typically what kitchen utensils are for, I'd imagine. Can I open this? The door to the oven was firmly stuck in place. It's rusty, but it's what I call home. I need to figure out what this special magnifying glass is for. Nothing out of the ordinary. You know what? Actually, let me check something, because I always forget that you have that special magnifying glass. Because I really, seriously, in the back of my head, there's like something that's blaring at me thinking, Ryan, there's something that you're forgetting. I remember there was something about these vases, and I don't remember what it was about these vases. Just, I very vividly remember this, because I think I was stuck here for a while when I was running around in circles. Nothing out of the ordinary. And I don't remember what this special magnifying glass is for, so I'm just going to check. Nope. Maybe I'm just crazy. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've been wrong about remembering something. It has been a couple of years since I even played the first day of this game, so my memory was very, very foggy. On top of the fact I never beat the game, I didn't get very far in it at all. Tonight is my plan to try and beat it. Anything inside these drawers above my head? Nope. It just is what it is. Different kitchen utensils. There are plenty of kitchen utensils in this house ready to be used. That's what you claim. I don't believe you. I actually do believe him. There's also a door here, but that looks like it goes outside, so I'll wait for that. There's more doors over here. Let's go investigate. Literally just bones and booze inside our fridge. The interior of the refrigerator is begging for some serious cleaning, not to mention a powerful disinfectant. Yeah, that's about how I feel about it. Look at that sink. Apparently the wire wasn't running. That's a bad sign. The kitchen's in more disrepair than anything else I've seen so far. What's this? Nothing in the department. It's a nice, rustic, old-fashioned grinder. The grinder was open and waiting for anything to be tossed inside to test its blade. Bye-bye, letter. That wasn't useful. Oh. But it's obviously part of a puzzle. From over here... Okay, let's check out one of these two doors. I'll start with you. Hello, door. Can't investigate that pane, though we can sort of see it pretty clearly anyway. Oh, it's a guest bedroom, isn't it? Let's look. The bed in this room was miserable looking. It's where we put the people that we don't like. Inside this drawer. Ah, another book. Practical photography. Class and paper. A manual. Portraits, views, stereotypical pictures, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's all there is to it. But hey, photography. I am still not in the mirror. Okay. That way? Before I mess too much with this, let me go over here. Is that something? It's a photograph. This is also a photograph. There's like a building in the back there. Is that my house? There's also a bridge here. This just looks like the forest. The place was full of extinguishment about age. Yeah, I've read that earlier, actually. Anything? Oh wait, is there a camera here? It looked like whoever stayed in this room loved photography. Nothing out of the ordinary. I don't know what that special magnifying glass is for yet. It was just some useless junk. Useless? No, there's some nice things in here. And you shouldn't be complaining. You got all this stuff for free. Apparently you didn't have to pay for it. It just came with the house. Ungrateful. Anyways, let's actually go off and check this stuff out. Inside here, I find a book, The Practical Photographer. But there's nothing else to see besides that. Close that. The topmost sheet of paper in the pile had some curious markings on it, so I grabbed it to have a closer look. Oh, is that our inventory? Yeah, it is our inventory. The envelope was empty. Oh. It was a piece of paper with some strange markings, and I was sure there was much more to them than first seemed clear. So it's some sort of thing that we can use. There's also another book. Housekeeping. We don't want to read about that shit. Just a bunch of uninteresting books. There's more photographs here. This picture of the woods looks like it looks like it's literally straight out of the Blair Witch Project. How about the other one? It's a squirrel. Look at that, guys. Oh, jeez. Normal. Hi. Disabled. Apparently I can make the game brighter, but I like it looking sort of dark. Gives it a grim look. I meant to take a Steam screenshot of the squirrel. That's what I was trying to do, but F12 is also gamma correction. Let me go this way. I guess over this way. Let's open this. The door opens, and inside, it's a photo room. Alright. That's the well outside. There looks to be a lily inside the picture, which I don't actually see that inside my actual house. I haven't seen that yet. Maybe it's outside by the kitchen. It's a drawn photo. The people in the picture look like they're just drawn right on in. Because they are. It's a picture of the front hall of the house. Wait, this is where the opening was, where it showed the pictures flow by. That means, yep, there's a picture inside here. Ah, in this picture, the basement's open. I know it's the basement. Evidently, the bathroom has been used as some kind of dark room. Gonna use the mop. The smell coming from the toilet prevented any further investigation. Apparently the water wasn't running. The sink was covered with a thick coating of dust. It looks as if the clean ladies had skipped this room. They didn't do their job well at all, it seems. Well, let's go. We're almost done exploring the house for now. Then we can get to actually trying to solve the mysteries of this house. First, I'll investigate you. Well, I guess I'm first going to investigate stuff on the shelf like sugar, countless jars and cans adorn the kitchen. Don't you want countless good old jars and cans and magic? No. Okay then. The door to what I assumed was the basement was locked. Well, that's unfortunate. There's a few more places for us to check out. Upstairs and through this door. Take me through your door. Let's look outside. So this is our backyard. We've kind of got lost in the forest in our front yard before, but we also have our magical backyard. Let's take a look around here for a little bit. We can circle around like we've never circled around before. I bet we have a graveyard because there's that one chapel-looking building, which I bet is back here. I don't remember if it is or isn't, but I bet it's here. Let's move on through. That looks like a pathway, kind of. I'll enter inside the foggy forest trail that our house, of course, has. I heard something to the right of me. Okay. Continuing across the forest trail. Wow, imagine if you had an expansive forest as part of your land property. This cannot... Oh, there we go, this pathway. Yep, there it is. I was expecting to find the chapel somewhere. It's called Blackwood. Not suspicious. It has a very odd tree next to it. I'm guessing it's locked like all the other outside buildings right now. Not even just locked, it's got fucking wire tied around it. A thick wire was tied between both handles, securing the door to the crypt. Well, that is unfortunate. Years of corrosion had stiffened the wire on the door handles, making it impossible to manipulate with my bare hands. Well, it is what it is. Let's head on back. Gotta get back to our home somehow. And out. Or back in, really. But anyways. Now, the only other places that we have left to check, I believe, are both upstairs areas. I'm not sure if they're connected or separate. Some houses are weird, and the upstairs actually have multiple areas. This one might be like that, or maybe it's just a single upstairs area they can access from both pairs of stairs. Regardless, I'm going upstairs now. Honey, I'm home. I remember that Jerry said a nice room had been prepared for me upstairs. Well, we'll find it eventually. The only nice room in this house. No, just kidding. The house is okay. Can't investigate any of those jars by the fact I can look at them. Is this it? Door number 1. On the second floor is a bathroom. Nice in the bathroom downstairs, I'll give it. I mean, still in a state of disrepair, but it's better. Hairbrush. Nothing. Whatever that is. No. Negatory. Oh, I picked up something, actually. I'm getting items. That means I'm getting closer to beating the game. We're still probably pretty far off. Apparently the wire wasn't running. Never runs in this god-forsaken house. It's a doomsday project. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's check out the toilet. Can't do anything with the toilet. Okay. How about the bathtub? Apparently not either. We just live in this house. Well, There goes the usefulness of any sort of restroom. Oh, geez, that's a creepy looking hallway. There's another upstairs, but I'm gonna go this way, because this way hasn't been explored yet. Investigate the pictures. Everyone was just sleeping. They're just sleeping, kids, not what do you think they are. The children look creepy, the hands are creepy, I don't know what's going on. I would love to have that picture, but it creeped me the hell out if I just stared at it for too long. You're not even a picture, you're a mirror. Delicious. Yeah. Well, there's 2 doors here and another painting. All the paintings on the second floor seem a bit more grotesque than the ones on the first floor. Noticeably. Try opening up these double dual-sided doors, and the music just changed. I was unusually surprised after entering this room. It was some kind of gallery, its theme being African culture. Oh boy. Well, let's look around. African culture room. I'm sure this could not possibly go wrong with after what we've read. The lamps seem to be broken beyond repair, probably the souvenir of a hazardous journey. From what we read earlier, this is probably... it's just a lot of copies of Africa on the tree there. Okay. We have that. These people standing here. Can I play the drum? I can't play the drum. That's unfortunate. Alright. I can go over here. A pair of huge carved tusks were occupying the corner of the gallery. It wouldn't move. Oh, for a second I thought that was a door, but it's just another window. Alright. Those look like nice little oddities. There's like an old, I guess, what are those called? Cheetahs. Look at all that African culture. Yeah, do you think you ever got the mask that you really wanted? That's probably cursed. Like, almost 100% sure it's cursed. Maybe. There's an elephant. Something that looked like a lion's claw was firmly attached to the necklace. Anything to open? Nope. That's a face. That's a face. But noticeably, there's where a mask could be that's missing. All these masks, they make me feel uneasy. They seem to be guarding this room. We're not going to mention that there is apparently a mask missing. We're not going to mention that, are we? Though that's totally what that is. Well, I'm out. Let's open you up in the meantime. Oh, it's a bedroom. Is this the bedroom I'm going to be staying in? I don't know. It's a picture of a... Is that a dog or a goat? I don't know. It looks kind of creepy. That dog looks kind of normal. That dog just kind of creeps with me the fuck out. Whatever the fuck that is. A flying fish or whatever. So over this way. Nothing in the mirror because reasons. Woman staring at... Wait, there's actually something to interact with here. Amazing! There was a safe behind the picture. I'm surprised I even caught on to that. I didn't know the combination, and safe cracking certainly isn't my expertise. Well, I'll remember that's there. It seems like part of a puzzle. Through here. The bed seemed to be comfortable, but too fancy for me. More Pope pictures. It's like an Inquisitor, whatever you call those. One reading a book. Sure. There's another puppy dog picture. Someone in this room really liked puppies. It's like the only room in the house that has puppy pictures. Let's see what degree this is. A diploma was displayed on the shelf. It appeared that the people who lived in the house were very educated. Oh, well, that's good to be cultured. There's another clock here, paused some time I'm not sure about. And inside any of these drawers, those were shirts. Those are... Can I take any pills? No, I cannot take any pills. Or bottles, or whatever I'm going to use for fairies. There's a cracked picture here. Huh. And the compass here, which I can for some reason open. Not sure why. People just lazing around, because that's what people do. People dying, because that's what people do. I don't want to go through a bunch of trinkets and perfumes. It's your house. Look through your stuff. It's like, oh, this desk is too womanly for me. You don't want to look through that. You open up like every other drawer, just not that one. So this is not his room, at least the room that he wants to spend his time in. Another kind of weird picture, but sure, I'll take it. Let's leave our comfortable abode and actually look for our bedroom. I think I still have my luggage on me. I think that's what this is, my luggage. Which means we should probably locate my room, but I'm still exploring the house. Alright, is there anything else deeper in our home besides that single door over there? It's kind of creepy. Oh, is this the other staircase? I think it's the other staircase. I should investigate all the paintings. That looks similar to that other picture we were just looking at before this one. What is this a picture of? Because I don't think I looked at it. Almost makes me think of Alice in Wonderland. They kind of look like they're wearing the card outfit, but not exactly at the same time. I know it's kind of an odd comparison, but... Why zoom in so close on this guy? The painting was more than just this guy. Why am I superimposed on him? See, like there's a whole big picture here. For some reason when I look at it, it's just like that guy. It's apparently what's eye-catching to me. It's a little bit odd. Alright, let's see. I know this is downstairs where we just were. I just kind of want to see what the animation is for going down the stairs. And there's the main hall. We'll get back to that. There's a third floor which we can get to as well, and there's more house to explore, including this door right here. Which is open. And very dark. Oh, it's a bit lighter here. I quickly realized this had to be my room. It became evident why as I glimpsed the gorgeous view through the huge window. Alright, so this is my room, which means I can probably unpack my stuff soon, right? Let me first investigate the room, and then I'll see if I can unpack here. A beautiful oak desk was standing against the window with an extraordinary and inspiring view. The view was inspiring. Jerry had picked the right room for me. It would be ideal when doing some work. There's these two having a good old time. Looks like a witch and a nun or something like that. It's not actually the pair there, but I like to assume. The books in the room were rather boring. No horror novels. Unbelievable! He's like me. Now, moving around. Here we go. Now we'd read about the oak desk. Is there anything open on the oak desk? I take it as a no. Can I put my briefcase here? The desk wasn't an appropriate place to put the luggage. I want to take advantage of the view. Right, let's investigate more of the room. That little table could come in handy. It could. So I want to put my luggage. Oh, I'm not wrong. Let's first look through here. That's just another pain. Before I look inside my luggage, I'm going to finish exploring the rest of this. It was too early to go to bed. I'm not disagreeing, but okay. There's another side of the room over here which I'm going to walk towards just to investigate. What is she even looking at? Is there a secret in the corner? No, there isn't. Okay. Fireplace, fireplace. Remnants of a previous fire. First fireplace that actually has signs have been used. There's a diploma up here. It appeared as if the doctor used to sleep in this room. Well, there you go. Doctor used to stay in the room. That's going to become my room. Hope he gets haunted by him later. I wake up and there's a doctor trying to perform surgery on me. So I'll slide in here. I grabbed the stethoscope, which seemed to be about the only useful thing in the bag. Actually, I have a theory about a stethoscope. That's also a strange human diagram. That is a more normal human diagram. And those were things. I have a theory what that stethoscope is for. But we'll get to that. At the moment, I should look at my luggage, shouldn't I? Let's do it. I have Michael, I think, is that my character? Vanishing Town. The #1 bestseller, the most breathtaking page-turner of the year. A passing traveler comes across the small town of Fetch Rock in Cornwall, England, only to find that it's a completely deserted, devoid of any signs of life. Houses, shops, town hall, church, no human being to be seen. Traveler informs the authorities of a nearby town of a fantastic event. The next day, an officer accompanied by 2 policemen visits Fetch Rock, except everything is back to normal. 10 years later, John Parker, a journalist reluctant to accept the assignment to investigate these strange events as they have been grown into a persistent local legend. Could it have been a practical joke by that anonymous letter? Or did something truly strange take place in the vanishing town? Things become more mysterious and Parker learns no inhabitant of Fetch Rock remembers what happened on that day. Now then, what at first seems to be a lousy job for Parker eventually turns into a nightmare as Fetch Rock is no ordinary town but home to deadly secrets and a lurking evil. In this outstanding debut, Michael Arthate has concocted a wonderfully twisted tale, bound to keep you guessing to the last page by Psychotic Dreams magazine. If H.P. Lovecraft was alive and suddenly decided to write his take on The Wicker Man, the result would be this book. Deep, engaging reading, and downright terrifying tales from Islay. Michael Arthate is a newcomer writer to the genre. Born in Providence, Rhode Island, and settled later in London, England, his first novel is proof that he takes no prisoners when the goal is to scare people. With a fresh and compelling writing style, Michael has published several short stories in mystery horror magazines. His upcoming book is eagerly anticipated by his new legion of fans. Took a pen. Here's my notebook. Get laundry, CDs, car, page, something, Defoe, send MO for TH. Oh, we have a phone number here. How would I write that down? Barbara is 0707, that's 0207 72541. It's something. If I need the number for Barbara, I'll remember that. Jerry P. Carter, real estate agent. There's another phone number. Didn't we want to call Jerry earlier? So I can go to my phone and he'll just automatically call it. London. Oh, here we go. Got some letters apparently. October 7th, 1976. Michael, it took me months, but at last I think I managed, well, I mean think, as so to speak, as there are only a very few details left, but I can confirm with certainty that the house is yours. I owe you an apology because I didn't think it'd take me that much time. I tell you, I'd have never thought of finding a Victorian house, and no more and no less than in Rothburg. I would have been so hard. The majority of the old houses in the region are either impossible to live in, or they belong to an aristocracy. As this wasn't enough for you and your bloody whims. Was it really that necessary, being so cut off from the town? Why all this sudden need for solitude? Well, as long as you don't become one of those typical hermit riders. Anyway, this beauty will take your breath away. It belonged to a wealthy family that always took great care of it. Around the mid-60s, it became the property of one person. I believe a friend of his family. He lived there for about 5 years or so, and then abandoned it. Yes, you read right, abandoned it. As far as I know, this lunatic, renowned doctor, spent his last days getting drunk in lousy bars before vanishing from the traces of the earth. Why would someone do that is beyond me. The house then became the property of the National Trust, and surprisingly enough, no one ever did anything about it. That is, until I rescued it from oblivion, of course. It took me a lot of work, so I hope you like it. The price is just as we discussed earlier. I know it's hard to believe, but the price of the interior was never agreed upon, so whatever you find inside, be it furniture or a long-lost remembrance, is yours. Just remember our deal. If you find anything of great value, you have to share it. Now, I won't bother you if your sofa collection happens to be valued in the thousands, but if you bump into a hidden cache of money, and you never know really, then I want a piece of it. Wait a second. If you happen to sell any important item you find inside the house, such as your sofa collection, I have to get a part 2. Business is business, my friend. By the way, I sent 2 people over yesterday to clean it from top to bottom. 6 years without inhabitants must have left a nice coat of dust, don't you think? They couldn't do wonders though, and you're gonna need weeks to fully clean that place. Oh, they told me the house seems to have a rat problem, but you can't have it all. Should you need anything, don't hesitate to give me a call. Your friend, Jerry. Jerry seems like quite the character. And we grab more things. Our inventory is getting full. We have matches and stethoscopes and pens. Well, there we go. I do have a theory, however. I would say they did a below average job, but then again, it's 2 people trying to clean this big old house in a day, so I mean, sure, fine. Now, I do have a theory. Before I check out the last floor. I see this done in movies. I couldn't hear anything out of the ordinary. But you put the stethoscope to the thing. I did that in another puzzle game. Okay. Okay. I thought I was being smart. Now, let's go up to the 3rd floor. All the twists and the turns in the night. Seems like this part of the house is a little bit less taken care of, to say the very least. More rustic up here. There's even a 4th floor in the attic. It's a big house. Well, let's start off with you. And here we are, our lovely abode. And I just pick it. Look at the stuff over there. What even is this? Let me go investigate my items here. The rag was relatively clean, everything considered. Alright. It was a fancy stethoscope, you don't say. How about this? It was an ordinary pen. It was only a few matches left. It was a small metal rod that I found in the upper bathroom. Alright. If it's back for everyone, then let's resume. Wait, where did I feel like I needed a metal rod? Why does that seem like something that I remember somewhat? I'm having a memory of somewhere needing a metal rod, but I might be completely off the mark there, but anyways, let's just investigate around this area first. Okay, let's look about. That's a toilet. Construction toilet. It's just a pile of old bricks. Well, if you want to call it that. No, anything about the window over here? I'll take that as a no. The upper bathroom could have been beautiful under different conditions, but in its current state, it was sad and depressing. That is unfortunately the truth. It's also a 2-door restroom. I never liked 2-door restrooms. It's always kind of weird. That might just be me, though. Okay. There is a box block in this, I think. The amount of trash in this room was unbelievable. It was just a pile of old bricks. Can I take the broom? Can the broom become mine? Can I pick up any sort of pieces of paper? No, it's all just completely abandoned stuff. Okay, then. I didn't even have to imagine the piles of rubbish that were inside those boxes. You're just harsh on this, aren't you? This looks like a thing. A neat little stove was standing on a plank. Neat little stove was standing on a plank. It had a light. I had to light the stove first. Ooh, wait. Do I have anything to even cook or anything? I don't know. It's just like, I'm no pyromaniac. Oh, is that not it? How about this? It was clean enough. Metal rod. That was pointless. Don't make fun of my ideas. The paper doesn't go in the envelope. That wasn't useful. Doesn't this look almost exact? Wait. I'm not wrong. I think this goes here. Yeah, I'm not wrong. Because they look exactly the same. I had to light the stove first. Isn't that how you light a stove? Am I wrong? Why did I put the metal rod there? Feels like this is part of an important puzzle, but I'm sort of just figuring it out. That metal rod went in there. I don't know why, but it did.